Yeah, so it's really been sad to see how the floods have hit our country very hard, and to see the devastating effects of the floods on places like Mathare, Mahimahiu, even some places, Kisumu and all, Garissa. It's been quite sad, and apparently it's not just our country, but even far beyond, places like Brazil, all of those areas have been so hard hit this time by floods. But I want to really commend Kenyans for coming through for one another at this particular point and in time, that we have stood, shoulder to shoulder to help one another. And, especially zoning in on the Mathare issue, and how, I remember watching a lady called Njiru, if I'm not wrong, on Spice FM, and, how they have come up and rallied people both within the country and even outside the country to help out with the Mathare situation. And, I looked at her, she's a tiny girl. I'm sorry, Wanjira. But, I said, wow, this has reminded me of Deborah of old, who says that village life ceased in Israel until I, Deborah, arose, a mother and a judge in Israel. And so, Wanjira and Hanifa, there's another one actually who was also going around saying that she would collect, if you have anything to give, she would come and collect. If you don't have the means to transport, maybe if it's clothes or food, she would come and collect. Another one said she would actually rally for a whole container of clothes, and that's exactly what she did. And, even now hearing how young people in Mathare were actually giving out their own clothes to the women and to the babies and to the elderly, because people are sleeping out in the cold, in the rain, in the mud. And, it really touched my heart. It really touched my heart. And so I want to commend you Kenyans, for really coming through for one another at this time. And makes me, when I saw that, I just told actually one of my cousins who was here that, I wish that as Kenyans we can realize we are better together, we are better united, we can rise above partisan politics. Because some of these responses, actually, politicians have come later to try and help out. But, we have stood with one another. And that is the way we did it in Africa, basically. We would always stand with each other's communities. We did not care, what tribe you came from or all of that. There is danger, there is a problem, there is a crisis. We are there shoulder to shoulder. And, it reminds me of the words in Hebrews. I will put the verse there. But, that to share and to do good, do not forget, because God is well pleased with such sacrifices. And so Kenyans, may God bless you. You reminded me actually of just 2 years ago when there was drought. And I had people from Migori, people from Western Kenya, people from Kisii, telling the government, come, we have food here. Come and collect the food, because we don't have the means to transport it to the places that people are starving. Why don't you come and collect the food from us? And, that is a spirit. That is a spirit of standing with one another. And I pray that the Lord will bless our country. I pray that the Lord will bless you Kenyans. All of those that have contributed one way or another, prayed, assisted, gone to cook for the people there. And even in the other areas, all the, responders that went, may God bless you. And I pray that the Lord would have mercy on our country, and indeed stop the devastating rains, and give us good rain that will bring food, and also give wisdom now, because we might need to relocate some of the people that have been living on riparian lands. May the Lord give wisdom as to what can be done for them to be properly relocated, and for them to get a footing in life and be able to continue with their journey of, taking care of their children and, being a blessing to the community as well. And so God bless you so much. I would say that you have done well. You have done well, Kenyans. Let's rise above divisive politics. Let's do God's work. Let's be a blessing to one another, because that's what God expects us to do. So thank you very much. God bless you. This was a Care to Act series, and I would say that I'm inspired by my people. Shalom Aleichem.